Hello everybody, VA3EWV here. I'm going to be hosting tonight an AllStar and EchoLink QSO. It's not the first time I've done it, but it's like I'm trying to get this going here. I'll be telling everybody the reason being in another 5 minutes, but if you're local to the area, I was doing some tests with VA3EWV, and he was able to actually hit my node and actually talk through the node there. Actually talk through the node itself. Simplex, right? So if you're in the area, I put my thing there, and I see some people coming in there now. VA3EWV, I've got a big smile on my face now. VA3JPX is in there as well. So I'm hoping to do this, and I'll be telling you all about what my big master plan is behind this. And I hope that touches you in a way, and we can bring some more people back to the hobby. This is not a replacement for, the real deal, but I'll be telling you what's motivating me to do this. So thank you already, VA3JPX and VA3EWV, for getting in there early. And I'm going to turn this around here. I'm going to just get me a quick drink of water, so don't go away. I'll just make sure this is working. First of all, I'm going to just call out and see if you guys can hear me. VA3JPX, VA3JPX, VE3EWV, the group. This is VA3EWV. Can you guys give me a check? VA3JPX, if you can give me a check, go ahead. So let's see. Oh, I might need some sound, because I think we had a power loss here. Oh, there we go.
Well, good evening, Ernest.
Yeah, see? It's working.
Coming to you live from my living room here in Canada. Hopefully you can hear me okay. You sound fine. No problem whatsoever. Nice, loud audio and crystal clear. Back to you.
VA3JPX, thanks for the check there. I see VE3EWV said it has never established connection. VE3EWV, can you come in there and see if this is working? Let's see if that works for VE3EWV. I see VA3JIN is in there now too. Oh, hold on. It says never as well. VA3JIN, VA3JIN. Do you copy? Over. Let's see what happens. I don't hear those two. Oh, there we go.
Just trying it for fun there. Just kind of a bit, but yeah, I guess it's working.
Well, thank you so much, VA3JIN. Thank you so much. I have 2 minutes to go get me a drink right quick. Hey, look, don't go away. Keep it on there. I just want to take a picture of who all logs in there, and this is fun. I don't want to keep you guys all night. I'll take the first 10 minutes of this and go through what I have planned, and thank you everybody for their support. And I'll come back on in there. VA3EWV in the group. I'll be right back. I'll be standing by. 1 second. Okay, this looks like it's going to turn out. Ooh, VE3ARF, simplex. This is really good. VE3ARF, could you hear VA3JIN and VA3JPX? Over. Oh, ADB is there. Hold on 1 second. 1 second, VE3ARF. VE3EWV, you were trying to come in. I did not hear audio, but you were able to come in that time. Could you try one more time? Over. No, VA3EWV, you don't have a signal, but... Okay, Victor Echo 3, Alpha Delta Bravo. I can see on my screen that you're trying to come in. There is no audio, but just give us a couple seconds here. I'm going to bring in VA3ARF and see if he was able to hear the other people. We're just doing a test for this right now. W9 Golf Alpha Echo just joined us too. We're going to be doing a little test. Please stand by, everybody, for a couple seconds. I got to go to get a drink. But VE3ARF, could you come in simplex and see if you can hear me, okay?
Yes, Ernest, I hear you very well, but I don't hear anybody else, VE3ARF.
Okay, let me just get 1 second there. I need to go get a drink and I'll be right back. But VA3JPX, if you can say hello to VE3ARF and see if he can hear you, that'll be okay. This is just a small little node with a 1-inch antenna on the back of it. I don't know how far away he is, but he's significantly far away from my house. I got this so I can walk around the house with the handy talkie and work at it, but he's in the next town over. I'm going to let you talk VA3JPX and see if Rob hears you, and I'll be right back. Okay, let's see if that works.
Victor Alpha 3 Juliet Appliance, right? My name is James, located in Canada, Ontario, Canada, and I'm coming to you all from my living room and my cell phone. I love technology. Rob, the E3ARF, I believe the call sign is. I'm coming in via the EchoLink side of Ernest's node, and I'm not hearing you. So I think what's happening is that Ernest is probably hearing you directly via simplex, but for whatever reason it's not being gated over to the EchoLink side, or maybe even AllStar for that matter. But I'll leave it to Ernest to figure that out. I think maybe what might be happening is that perhaps you're coming in via simplex but without a tone, and I think Ernest's node requires a 100 hertz tone. So that's what I think is happening. I could be wrong, but I will stand by and I'll pass it back to Ernest. Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor from Victor Alpha 3 Juliet Papa X-ray James in Canada. Victor Alpha 3. I screwed up on the call sign. ARF, I think it is. Anyway, we got you in that time. It's working. Back to you. All right, VA3JPX in the group. This is VE3ADB. I think that's me there talking now, so hopefully it's working and it's going through. Thanks very much. I'll let Ernest take the net back.
Hello everyone, this is VA3EWV. A very excited Ernest here. I'm very excited today that this is actually working. I always think that nobody's going to come out and test these things and stuff like that, but so far we have VE3ADB, VA3JPX, VA3JIN, W9 Golf Alpha Echo, and VE3ARF. So that's 5 people plus myself is already 6, so we can go home now. No, not really. Thank you guys for all coming out tonight. Thanks for supporting me there. I will try to get a couple people in here as they come in. And then if you guys can hang around for about 15 minutes, I'll tell you why I'm trying to do this AllStar and EchoLink. I'm sure it's nothing new, but I'll say why I'm doing it. Everybody can hear me okay? If you guys can come in one at a time, let's start with VE3ADB. Say hello and what your name is, and and how long have you had EchoLink, and just let us know how you're coming in, okay? Like what if you're coming in on EchoLink or AllStar node or Simplex. Go ahead.
VA3EWV Ernest and the group, Victor Echo 3 Alpha Delta Bravo, Joe here in Cornwall. I got wind of this earlier today, and I thought I had to try it out. I haven't been on EchoLink in about, I don't want to say how long. I tried to use it when I was up in the Arctic, and it wasn't working very well for me. That's about 8 years ago now. So it's been a long time, and never really had any interest in it until tonight when I heard you were setting up a node. So here I am, and hopefully I'm connected and working. Back to you.
I am very excited. Yes, you are here with us. This is like an official. So Joe, if you follow my Facebook page, you know, my kids, they don't follow my Facebook. They just fall asleep looking at my Facebook. But this was a big venture. VA3JPX is here tonight that helped me actually get this going, helping me with the port forwarding and different things like that. Helped me check it out. So this is a great day. Yeah, I'm almost just speechless because I see more people hopping in. Victor Alpha 3, Hotel Romeo Oscar is there with us too. He has never checked in according to the thing in front of me here, so we're going to be able to get him in there too. So everybody, that's Joe, V3EWV, good friend of mine there. And Joe, thank you. Just hang in there for a little while. Don't go away because I'm going to be revealing why I want to do this. VA3JPX, come on in there and tell everybody where you're from and things like that. Go ahead. This is fun.
Okay, Ernest,
Hey, Gerald.
I'm coming to you from Canada, Ontario, Canada. Obviously, the west side of Ottawa. I'm using my cell phone here,
Okay.
the EchoLink app. I'll be honest, I don't use it very often. And I'm not normally in the shack at this time. I'm in my living room right now, and that's why I'm using the cell phone.
Hey, Peter, come on in, man.
Connecting via my computer upstairs or
Get this.
my AllStar node that I have set up. So I hope you can hear me okay. I don't trust the VU meter on this EchoLink app. So when I'm done, maybe Ernest, you can let me know if my audio is too low, too high, perfect, or if it needs any adjustments or improvements. I've been licensed since 1997. I also have a long history of hosting nets here in the Ottawa area, and I also am a net control station for the Trans-Canada Net, which is part of the Canada Hub.
Hey, Peter, how's it going?
You folks are familiar with AllStar, then you're probably familiar with Canada Hub. And I'm a net control station for the Trans-Canada Nets that's hosted there on Sundays at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, Eastern Daylight Time, of course. So, at least now for the next few months. So, that's pretty much it for now, I guess. I know we got a few people on board, which is awesome for the first sale of the nets, Ernest. So, congratulations on a good group tonight. And I'll be here, and we'll be listening on the side, waiting for my next turn. VA3EWV from VA3JPX, Jameson, Canada.
Victor Alpha 3, Juliet Pop X-Ray, James in Canada. Thank you so much, James. And I tell you something, besides being lost for words, when I started this hobby, I sat in a shack of VE3IMP, Earl, who's our past club president, and I was just new. That was my first day being there. He's going to show me, let me listen to a net. And I'm like, that's something I want to do. I got to do that net thing. So I've been practicing and listening to every net going. I do listen to the Trans-Canada Net. My schedule kind of took me away from it. And I've got a new schedule now, so I'll just let you know that I'll be free for that. I also listen to the Procom Net, Covey Hill Net, Raccoon Net, you name the nets. I do it if it's on, because you don't only have my basic, right? So I was just telling my wife the other day that I was going to reach out to some more of these folks, because I did reach out to the Procom Net, and said, look, if I already have your, your script, because it's available. If you ever need a backup, let me know. I'll be happy to back up for you guys that have been practicing, right? And I'm going to say the same thing for you guys. I was very excited to hear that you're doing TransCanada. Let me call a couple of these other people here. Then we're going to keep going around the round robin. I do see Victor Echo 1, Whiskey India November, that has never established connection, but they're in there now. VA3HRO, W9GAE. Also, we have VE3ARF, which I want to bring in now, who's simplex. Rob, how far do you live away from the house there, over?
VA3EWV, VA3ARF. I would think that it's about 3 kilometers, or maybe 4 kilometers south of your location. I'm on a hilltop, so I have a pretty good shot into your location. I can hear you on the UHF portion. I know I'm making it into you, but I'm not so sure that anybody on EchoLink can hear me. And I can't hear EchoLink participants, but I can through the live stream. Back to you, E3ARF.
Okay, thank you for that. So VE3ARF is local to myself. He's about 4 miles away. I do not have a repeater or anything like that. This is a simplex machine, not a duplex machine, so I just learned something tonight. I kind of knew that, but I didn't know what it meant, so this is all exciting to me. He just wants to know if anybody can hear him. If not, that's okay. But if anybody heard VE3ARF, let me know. Please come now.
Ernest, James here, VA3JPX. No, Rob did not make it through to the EchoLink side. I'm not sure if he made it to the AllStar side, but he certainly did not make it to the EchoLink side. Over.
Okay, no problem. So VE3ARF, they're saying you didn't make it over, but hey, look, you have the same radio I do. If you can reach the repeater, or like you're doing now, I can always teach you how to put in the DTMF tones, and you'll be able to just log in right to my little node here. If you're hitting it, you should be able to log into it, okay? So I'll give you a crash course on that. In the meantime, let's go on. We have another person here too, VE3 Mike Victor Echo. Before we go to MV3 Mike Victor Echo, we have already talked to James, VA3JPX, Joe, VE3AEDB, and now we're going to just bring in Bob before he has to go there, VA3J. And Bob, could you tell us how you're connecting and how long you've been a ham, and then anything else you want to add, over? Bob might be away. Let's see if he... Nope, he might be away. Okay, Bob might be away. I do see... Bob might be away. I do see 4 people we haven't brought in yet. Whiskey 9 Golf, Alpha Echo. Are you able to connect? I see you're connected, but can you try to give us a check? Over.
This is Whiskey 9 Golf,
All right.
Alpha Echo. Can you read me?
Almost passed out from excitement. Yes, I can. Whiskey 9 Golf, Alpha Echo from Carbondale, Illinois. This is pretty exciting for me here in Canada. Could you tell us a little bit about yourself and how you're connected to this this net?
Yeah, good evening, everybody. This is Whiskey 9 Golf, Alpha Echo. I am coming to you through my clear node, which is AllStar. I have it set up here at my house, and I've been at my ham license maybe almost about a year. I started sometime last year, and just like you, I've just got my technician right now
because I do not have my antenna system set up just yet. I have all the parts. I'm just in line waiting for somebody to come out and have it all hooked up. But for now, the wife has graciously allowed me to have my junk on her kitchen table. She does say something every now and then, but it seems to be getting by just fine. I was happy to come across you on Facebook and then on your website or whatever. I do not talk much, even though I do belong to a amateur radio down here called Myra, M-A-R-A, where 6 days a week they have the get up and off to work net that starts at 7:30 a.m. and ends at 9 a.m. And they do that Monday through Saturday. So I get a chance to talk a little bit on that. And I'm involved in the club. We've got a River to River race that's coming up here on the 20th where they do utilize amateur radio operators due to the fact that where they run it does not have any cell phone coverage. So they have about 50 amateur radio operators that's along the route just in case
50?
they need help or something like that.
Oh my God.
I talked a little bit, not a lot, and I need to know a little bit more. And I have a lot of questions to ask at some point when I get the chance to talk to you. Again, this is Whiskey 9 Golf, Alpha Echo. Back to you.
Whiskey 9 Golf, Alpha Echo. I am so glad to hear that. I've had nothing but questions. A lot of these people on the net tonight that have been supporting me with my enthusiasm are here. And I said the same thing to them. I don't talk a lot. Just like you said. I know they're giggling in the background. I know Joe's giggling. I know Bob's giggling. I know Rob's probably fell off his chair. Because I did have a lot of questions. And, you know, I've gone from zero to hero. Not that I just said it to myself, right? Anyway, I'm going to come back to you there. VE3 Mike Victor Echo, I see you in there. V1WN, I see you there. And VA3HRO, I see you in there too. So I'll go with the person that's had the longest wait so far that I haven't talked to, and that is VA3HRO. Come on in. Tell us your name, how long you've been a ham, and how you're connected. Over. Hey, Rob, if you're listening, they probably can't connect here. But Rob, if you're listening, all you have to do, if you're on the frequency listening, you do star, right? I think it's going to be here. If you do AllStar node, you just do star, and then you press in my AllStar node, which is 60092, right? Try that. Okay, we could not bring in, they made me just shy. It's there's another no info that says EchoLink here too. Let's see here. VA3HRO. Did we try to bring in VA3HRO? Come on in. That was an almost. Hey, Rob, if you're listening, or if anybody's listening, and whatever, if you guys go to, and thanks for being patient, everybody, if you guys go to svarc.ca, svarc.ca, okay, and you just go to that page, that's our local amateur radio club there. If you go to repeater list at the top right hand corner, then you go to repeater list, it'll bring up the repeater list, okay? And then if you go down the page, it'll say VE3PGC AllStar node commands, right? And this works on mine as well. So it says if you want to connect to AllStar node, right? It says what you do is to connect, you put in *3, and then you put the number. My node is 60092. So you would do *3 60092 for AllStar. Okay. Let's see if we can get you there. On EchoLink, the numbers have to be 6-digit long, and I don't have the number on top of my head. But then you would do. I'll tell you how to do that, and Rob, I'll take you to the side and show you how to do that. But anyway, that's how you do that. And let me just pause for a second, and we'll see if anybody else is new out there. Then we'll start up again. Thank you guys very much. It's 20 minutes, and I haven't even got to tell you who I am and why I want to do this. We're just going to take a quick break and see if anybody else can pop in there. Go ahead. Let's see if anybody... Huh? Okay, well, we'll definitely work on that. *3 60092. We'll try that and see if we can get there. Anyway, as we could keep on down the line, I have at 16 minutes waiting, VA3HRO. Do you want to try one more time before we move over to Victor Echo 1 WIN? VA3HRO, come on in. Okay, okay, we will work on that to try, because you are there. We just got to get you in. Victor Echo 1 Whiskey India November, come on in. Hopefully, Whiskey India November can.
Good evening, Net Control.
Oh, there we go.
I'm located in Halifax, Nova Scotia, on the east coast of the country, and I've been a ham for 20 years. Next week will be my 20-year anniversary.
All right.
And I've loved every minute of it. I don't do HF at all. I'm not licensed for that, so that's okay though. I enjoy doing the VHF stuff and the other modes. I'll try and get into HF sometime probably, and redo the exam or something, or maybe take the advanced exam. I'm not sure yet. So yeah. So with that, back to Net Control.
Pierre, thank you very much. Pierre, thank you very much. Whiskey Echo 1, Whiskey India November. No, Victor Echo 1, Whiskey India November. 20 years, happy 20th anniversary. Yeah, and you know, just with your UHF and VHF, especially with these digital modes, right, like AllStar, EchoLink, DMR, Fusion, etc., right? Even my friend here, VE3ARF, that we're trying to get on through the AllStar node, he's like, hey, you're qualified to use 6 meter, and he uses FT8 and FT4 on 6 meter. So there's a lot of stuff to do there with that. So thank you very much. So we've gotten everybody in here, and let's bring in Victor Echo 3, Mike Victor Echo. Victor Echo 3, Mike Victor Echo. Come on in.
Hi, good evening. This is Victor Echo 3, Mike Victor Echo with the handle of Mike, transmitting here in Toronto, Ontario. I'm using a Sherry Pi Zero connected to AllStar. So it's my first time checking out this net, and I do appreciate the pullout, and wishing everybody a good evening. 73s all around.
Victor Echo 3, Mike Victor Echo. Thank you so much for joining us tonight on my maiden voyage here. It took me about 4 months to get this all up and running. The Raspberry Pi that I got it from a guy called Dan Shack. So I bought it, and I was looking. I have no experience with soldering, because they sell kits all day long that you can get for this. I did not know any Linux. I did not know anything as of 4 months ago. And I went out to the internet. I saw a thing called Dan Shack. I said, do you have something that I can purchase that I can get AllStar and EchoLink, because our local repeater had gone down? I'm like, if you can get me something like that I can just plug and play, I'll take it. he calls me up. He says, I can do it. I just need your Wi-Fi, username, password, and this, and this. I got it within 3 days. I plugged it in, and I was on AllStar just like that. What took me the longest amount of time, he's never played around with EchoLink, so I had to read and this and that and the third, and almost gave up on it, actually, I got to tell you guys. And I stuck with it, though, and when I got to work, I broke down in tears right on the live stream. I couldn't believe it. And then the guy who helped me get the last parts together was the actual architect of EchoLink. His name is Jonathan. I was so excited about that. I wrote him right back and said, can you come speak at our club meeting, right? And he said, I'll be happy to. So we're going to have him on the last Wednesday of the month to come speak to our club, and it's going to be Zoom, so I'll invite all of you, if you don't mind, so you can hear about it. You might already know about it. Some of you have been in the business for 20 years, but a lot of us are brand new. He's going to be taking questions, so that'll be great. And that's going to be on the 24th, okay? On the 24th. So far, we've gotten everybody in for a good little round. So now, my name is Ernest. Ernest Michael Wayne Vincent. I'll tell you my whole government name and stuff like that. Let me turn this camera around on me because I am live streaming this to my Facebook page. So hopefully none of you guys are convicted felons and stuff. Yes, *3, Rob. *3, then 60092. No, yeah, *3, 60092. Anyway, Ernest is a name. Trying to pretend to be an amateur radio guys is the game here. 56 years old, was on 11 meter forever and a day. Moved from the city of Ottawa in the tech sector to the countryside here. And every time we look for a house, I said, I have to put up an antenna. I'm just telling you that now. So whatever you look at, make sure it has a yard. I don't care what you get. I'm not interested in what it looks like. I have to put up a tower. That's all the prerequisite. So that happened. The tower's not up yet. It's in the backyard there waiting to go up this summer. I started with EchoLink and AllStar because in our local club here, we are blessed to have 8 repeaters in our area. And one is a EchoLink DMR, EchoLink AllStar. One is a DMR. One is an APRS. And then we have 6 fusion repeaters. So we have a lot of everything. So I was able to get on that and do that. 1 second, let me pause. I'll be right back because my thumb's killing me. Hold on. I'm long-winded. Okay, VA3EWV returning. So I had that, no big deal. And then I was so interested in what we were doing because our club was, it was a little dormant. And then I came along with a couple of my friends there. A lot of people were around saying, hey, the airwaves were quiet until you guys came along. Now we hear you every day. So I was on 5 days a week, at least 2 hours a day. And then I had to travel. And I was like, oh man, how am I going to do this? And they were like, oh, you have EchoLink. Just remote it to the local repeater. You're back up and talking. I'm like, get out of here. Then I had a friend of mine, VE3XID, VE1DXW. He said, oh, he saw me on Facebook on an Alphonse Penny. He's the instructor for the basic there. We're on all his website together. And the guy was going through some life changes and had to be in the hospital for 2 months. And he loved radio, and he couldn't be on radio. And we were like, oh, let's do EchoLink. So we built a friendship over those 2 months there, talking on EchoLink and stuff like that. So that was great. I see VA3SDO just logged in. Stay with us there at VA3SDO, and we'll be right with you. Anyway, we forged a friendship there. Then I met another fellow there that was sick and shut in. He had to move. Did not have any means to talk on the radio anymore. We connected through EchoLink. And I'm like, wait a minute. How many people are in my area that wear a ham? So you can go and you put where you're at. They'll tell you how many hams are in your area, right? So I'm looking at how many hams are in the area, and I'm like, wow, we only have 40 people in the club. That many people. Then I start trying to figure out how many people were like sick and shut in. And I think that the count was something like 26 people. So what I want to do is go out and bring EchoLink to those folks that are in nursing homes, that are retired living, that might have to go into a house that they can't have an antenna at. And I know that some people still like to, like I'm talking on the radio, if you guys can see my mic here, I'm still talking on my mobile radio into my Raspberry Pi. So I can still feel like I'm talking on a real radio. But I know most people have a cell phone these days. EchoLink is an app that you can use and download. If you don't have a phone, you might have a tablet. EchoLink you can put on your tablet. If you don't have either one of those, you have a PC, you have that. If you live within an hour and you don't have none of that, I'll come to your house and put the mic in front of your face so you can get back on there and talk. But I just wanted you guys to know why I'm trying to do this and get this little link started. If you have all the bells and whistles and all the toys, that's great. This is a nice alternative. But if you, in your area, know of anybody that used to be on the radio and probably isn't on the radio anymore, we should think about this to bring them back on the air. Let's now pause for the calls for a second because my thumb is killing me. Let's see if Rob can get logged in with the AllStar node, *36092. Let's see if Rob can go and log in. Here we go. It may not be connected because I do hear an echo in there, so I'm going to turn my radio down so there's no echo because it might be picking it up. And let's try one more time, VE3ARF. Now, I might be saying it wrong to Rob. Anybody that has AllStar, am I giving him the right directions? Anybody, you can just pop on in there. He is local. He's close enough to hit my little thing, my little Raspberry Pi there. How would you go about, if someone wants to step up, how would you go about logging into AllStar? We're listening. Not to worry, Rob, we're going to make sure you have that, because I'm going to do these every Thursday and Friday night, because a lot of people can't connect on Thursday that are available on Friday, so we'll get that going. VA3, Sierra Delta Oscar, come on in. This is Ernest. If you could tell us what your name is, how long you've been to him, and how you're connecting, we'd appreciate it. Come on in. No, VE3ARF, we're still here. I was just reading the, did you check out the website there, our website, and look at how to connect there over?
Yeah, I don't understand it if I'm doing the same thing you are.
Yeah, I'll definitely get that, I'll definitely help you get, oh, you know what you may be doing? And everybody, thank you for your patience here. We're going to be back with you shortly. What I was doing, Rob, that while I couldn't connect, I was keying up the microphone and immediately started doing the star and 6 and, all that stuff. Then when I got the Supermon connected up to my computer, I noticed that when I pressed the mic, the screen it has like a couple of second pause before it turns blue, and then I can put my tones in. So let's try it one more time where you press and hold the button first, give it a couple of seconds, and then try to do your star, and then your 600, your star, then your 60092, okay? Go ahead. Okay, Rob. Well, we didn't have any success with that, but that's okay. But we just had my first VY come in. Victor Yankee 1, Mike Golf Sierra from Whitehorse, Yukon. This is VA3EWV Ernest. What we're doing, we're just this is my inaugural with EchoLink in AllStar node. If you can come in and identify yourself, how long you've been a ham, and how are you connecting with this today. Please come now. Whoa, did somebody else pop in there too? What's going on? Whitehorse, Yukon. Here we go.
Great. VY1 MBS returning. Michael in Whitehorse, Yukon, Canada. Works currently about 7 degrees Charlie.
All right.
Mainly cloudy, looks like. So, light cloud. Coming in on AllStar. Just tuned over. Just looking for a little bit of act. And check out the key node list on AllStar. And pick this one. Very quickly and astutely pulled me out of all the links there. Thank you. Sorry, I didn't quite catch your call. Maybe you can give that to me when you come back. I'm fairly new ham.
Another new ham.
Going on 3.5 years now, I think. My mid-40s, a technician, a technologist, electrician up here. Have my advanced license, and I'm vice president of the local club.
Wow.
Like the social and technical aspects. Thanks for asking. Thanks for pulling me in. Back to you. Tell me a bit about yourself, if appropriate. Thank you. From VY1MGS.
Thank you, VI1MGS. My name is Ernest. My call sign is Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor. I'm here in Ontario, about an hour away from Ottawa, an hour away from Montreal, right in the middle, close to a place called Cornwall, Ontario. I'm a new ham of 15 months. I only have my basic. Our club had a EchoLink AllStar repeater that I first heard being used with the Procom net and the TransCanada net. So that's how I got accustomed to this. I do have quite a few friends that are sick and shut in. Some places, friends that have moved to places where they can't have antennas. And, just different reasons why they can't be on the regular radio. So I'm out here now as a new ham and a recipient of our club's Ham of the Year award. I'm out here now trying to get this working, practice on it, and then I want to start going to seniors facilities in the area, nursing homes, things like that, looking for hams that have gotten out because they don't have the equipment. Most people have a cell phone, a tablet, a PC, right? Baofeng radios are sold a dime a dozen right now. I will soon have my advanced, and at that time I can put up my own repeater in the area, and I'm hoping to get a lot of people who've been off the radio back on the radio. So I hope that has answered that question for you, Michael. Good to have you in here, and I'm going to try my best to do this on Thursday nights and Friday nights at 8 o'clock because I do have those free. I used to do the Procom net on Thursday nights and another local net called the Covey Hill net on Friday nights. But I'm going, because my wife gave me the 1 hour to do those. So I'm going to still take those 2 slots and try to work on this and grab those folks that are, like I said, sick, shut in, can't be on the radio anymore, and try to get him in there. I'm also the net control for our local amateur radio club here as well. Anyway, back on you for finals. Don't go away though. Victor Yankee 1, Mike Garcia for a final. This is so fun.
Nice to make your acquaintance. It's a great idea of reaching out to people that were in the hobby or, situation change. That's a great idea. I like that. These digital modes and devices, lots of options. That's a great idea. Nice work. I hope that goes well. I hope it brings people in. That'll be great. And I'll make a note of this next Thursday and Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. You can come back here. And in the meantime, I'll go aside and read the 10-3. And back to you from Victor Yankee 1. Mike Sierra.
Thank you so much, Victor Yankee 1, Mike Sierra. Now let's open this up and just go around. I don't know if you guys can see where we're talking to or who we're talking to, but tonight, if you have pen and paper around, we always might as well meet each other. Right now, we have Whiskey 9, Golf Alpha Echo out of Illinois, Victor Echo 3, Mike Victor Echo. It doesn't tell me where he's out of, but he's running his own Sherry Pie. You have QRZ, you can probably look everybody up. Victor Alpha 3 JPX, Juliet Pop X-Ray, from Ottawa area there. VA3EWV Joe from Cornwall. VA3HRO. We haven't got him on there yet. We're going to pause for the calls to see if we can get VA3HRO that's been listening. Come on in. See if we can get him in there. Okay, nothing heard, but we'll get all those things worked out. I just had another buddy of mine that I was telling you guys about earlier was asking me, do I have the net still going? If you guys got to write that down, we're just going to go around really quick there with the people who are established on the net. Joe, we're going to go come back to you if you have any words here. I'm not going to keep it over an hour. Joe, we'll go with you first, and then when you get ready to hand it off, let me know. We'll put it to the next person. Come on in there, Joe, if you're still there. VA3EWV.
Okay, Ernest, VA3EWV here. VA3EWV in the net. No, you're doing great. This is awesome. Happy to tune in and help you get this set up. It's been a lot of fun watching you do all this stuff. You're inspiring a lot of us older guys to get out and do stuff. Not so much anymore, but still get out and do a bit of things. Back to you.
Thank you so much there, and always thanks for the support there. My thing popped off for a second. Thank you there again, Joe there. Thank you for the support, and glad to have you in there all the time. So we do have another new person before we go to the next, folks. We have Victor Echo 1 DXW, my friend Devin that I was telling everybody about. And Devin is the one that I said gave me some inspiration because he was in the hospital when I met him. I didn't tell all your business, Devin, but right now we have 2, 4, 6, 8 people, myself 9, and Rob Fry that you know, B3ARF on Simplex. So we have 10. We have a house full. Victor Echo 1 Delta X-Ray Whiskey. Come on in, Devin. Woo-hoo-hoo! This is awesome. Hope Devin can talk on there. It say never established for Devin. It said that for a couple other people tonight. If someone could come out, maybe W9GA Golf Alpha Whiskey 9 Golf Alpha Echo. When you first came in, it said never established. What did you do to break it up and was able to come in? And also, tell us what you think so far with the net so far and why I was doing it. Your thoughts. Go ahead. Come on, Kimberly. Let's go. Let's get on here. You can make number 11.
Yeah, this is Whiskey 9 Golf Alpha Echo. I am using a ClearNode, and I have the ClearNode software on my iPhone. And all I had to do was just go in and type in the 60092 and tell it to connect. And it found you and connect. And then it'll stay connected until you disconnect from me or until I disconnected. So that's how I got in using the AllStar. I could have did it also on the EchoLink, and it's pretty much the same. There's software that's on my cell phone. I would go in and type in whatever your EchoLink node number was, and it would connect. And I will be talking with you from over. I prefer to do it with the handheld microphone versus saying it over the cell phone or whatever. But as far as today, this is your first day. I have enjoyed it, but I started following you like maybe last week when you were going live. I do have a job. I do work, so just happened you popped up at a time that I wasn't busy or whatever. And I saw that you were in Canada and followed you from, I think, the Black Half Radio webpage to your webpage, and found out that you were having this tonight. So I have enjoyed it, and I will be standing by listening more.
Thank you so much. So I know before you go, I know on EchoLink you have to submit a copy of your license for them to validate it. There's like a little process there that you can use it on your phone, your computer, your tablet, etc. For the ClearNode, what are the steps to do that? And is that on Android or iPhone, if you don't mind? Let's see what it says here.
So for ClearNode, I'm using my DMR number. That's the number that you need to use in the software. It asks for your DMR number. So that's the Brandmaster number that allows you to get the license. So you have to apply for it, and you have to have the DMR ID number. So that's how I did it. And I actually have it set up on the iPhone and on my Android phone at the same time. So all three of them is kind of running right here in front of me right now.
That's pretty exciting. So we did pick up 2 more people. I'm just tickled pink. Let me tell you, we did pick up VE1DXW, and I've talked to him before on that. So we'll try Devin. And also we have VE3 Kilo Alpha, my friend Kimberly, that just popped in there too. Let's go back and try Devin one more time. Victor Echo 1 DXW.
Yeah, thanks.
There we go. There we go. Come on, Nick. Come on in.
That's why I was late coming on. That's why I told you I was busy the other day. Looking at getting a DMR hotspot for you at my KTH. That's what the message was for earlier. So yeah, other than that, I've been doing good. Just getting home watching TV. Back over to you.
Thank you, Devin. I was just in case you're joining, and I do want to go. I don't want to be the one talking all the time, because I'm pretty sure the next time we're together, I'm going to make sure that we all have this writing it down, that we can just go to the next person. Because I know with me, when I was when I was on some of these nets like TransCanada Net, Procom Net, you talked to the net control, but I was hearing interesting stuff with the people in the audience there. But I wasn't able to connect with them. So we're going to try to start doing that here. Devin, I was telling them that I had met you when you were in the hospital. And you were going, you were there. And I met you on EchoLink there. And it has motivated me now in my own area to go look for hams who've gotten out of the hobby. for whatever reason, moved to a place that they couldn't have, external antennas, lifestyle, a life change, or event happened, just things like that, sick, shut in, etc. Because what I want to do, I actually want to go to some of the local nursing homes. My mom was worked in the nursing homes for 30 years. I would love to go in and do one of my nets, my Monday night nets, from there, because they have activities, right? And get to have these people reach out and talk to other people. Because a lot of these folks, they didn't even have anybody visiting them. I'm not going to go into that now, but that's one reason I want to do this. I do want to bring over VA3KKA to get her connected and to say hello to everybody. Come on in, Victor Echo 3, Kilo Alpha, Kimberly. Come on, Dan. Oh, Dan, what's your
Hey, Ernest, VA3EWV.
What's your call sign?
Is VE3KKA, otherwise known as Kimberly. My mom was celebrating her 83rd birthday today, so I just got home and I'm so happy to be able to catch you at the end, or close to the end, of your net here. I hear a lot of talk about DMR and D-Star, and I've really just gotten into it deeply myself. I'm just programming a hotspot.
VA3SDO.
Yeah. And
8 minutes.
what's the other one? 10 Turbo, which is Mark, the Motorola system. So I'm really enjoying that. I hope to hear more from the rest of you. Back to you, Ernest.
VE3KKA Kimberly in the net. VA3EWV returning. I'm just so excited, and a happy birthday to your mom, 83 years old. If I were your way, I'm going to be on a mission. I'm going to be hitting everywhere I can with folks and trying to get them back in this. Like I was telling everybody on the net there, I was privileged to be awarded the Seaway Valley Radio Club Tim Smith Memorial Award, which is the Operator of the Year. So I'm going to keep that going throughout. We do have a new guy in here too, Dan, VA3SDO. Dan, can you come in and say hello to everybody, and how long you've been a ham, how you're connecting to the net, and then this and that. Come on in, VA3SDO. Dan, if you can get in there, may not be able to connect. I don't know what's happening there. We have almost everybody. We only have 2 people that we haven't heard from. VE3HRO, which is just disconnected. Oh, he's back now. And VA3SDO. Let's give it a try, guys. Try to come on in and get connected. There we go. We'll look for him on QRZ to see what's happening, because we can't hear him. Him or her. Let's see who it is. That's gonna be Michael. Oh, that's Michael from here. Okay, Daniel, I heard you key up. At least I did hear that. Everybody's established. Michael, though, I've talked to you on EchoLink before. VA3HRO. I'm on your QRZ page, so I'm like, oh, I know this guy. I don't hear any audio. We see that you're coming in, but I don't hear any audio. I do not know why, but I know that I could. I'm monitoring PGC on the other thing. If you want to come in on PGC, I can talk to you there to see what's going on, okay? And then we'll go back to Dan. Dan, try to come on in, and I'll try to catch a VA3HRO on VG3 PGC.
EchoLink, so, it's a learning curve. Anyways, I decided to check in earnest and put my name on the list, and I think it's 4 years, or 3 years, I don't know. I've been a ham, but there's always something new, so tonight is EchoLink. So anyways, thanks for holding the net tonight, and I'll pass it back to you.
Super excited, and I'll keep saying that, but VA3 SDO Dan, thank you for coming in there, Dan, and always supporting me. Dan, you've been supporting me from the start. You gave me a big first push with the YouTube subscribers and stuff like that, and I've been out there trying to do you proud ever since. I really do hope to make a big impact on ham radio. I really do, sincerely. I'm not a listener, by the way. I am a talker, just just to let everybody know I am a big talker. And I hope to keep this going. I'm going to open up the, I think...
Okay, roger that. I just posted it over. I lost anybody in on. Thanks for coming back.
VE1DXW and VA3SDO. I was talking up a storm on VE3PGC because I had switched my VFO over. I hope y'all didn't see that on camera, but I switched my VFO and I was trying to get a hold to HRO there that was coming in, but he couldn't hear us. No, but everything's working right. I'm going to give a moment for anybody who wants to say anything about tonight. I hope that I have inspired some of you to go out there and look for hams that have gotten away from radio. For the right reasons, though, right? Not because they, something, because we're all about the positive here. But if someone isn't talking on the radio anymore, they may not know about these digital modes, right? And connecting things. VE3XID, which is another good friend of mine, he uses all his technology, and he's on the net all the time now. Anyway, I'm going to open up the mic and bring it over to you guys. Come on in if you have anything to say, any parting words in this last couple minutes.
VA3EWV, VE1DXW. Tonight was the first time I actually talked on him in a while. I had my radios on, but I just lost interest there for a little bit. Now, I know I gotta kick myself in the butt and get back into it. We gotta level HFT here and stuff, and gotta get back in the interest of everything.
Well, I'm glad we met, Devin, and, we have a lot of years ahead of us, and I'm hoping that we have a lot more fun on the radio. Anyone else want to come in and say anything before we close out the net? VA3EWV listening.
VA3EWV, this is VE3KKA. I just wanted to say that there's been a couple of gentlemen in the club that I belong to that were in the hospital, and the hospital staff was very, very encouraging for them to use their handhelds while they were in the hospital. It, perhaps it brought them healing much quicker to have something to do, but also it kept their spirits up. So if that's your intention, I think it's a great idea, and I wish you well doing it. So back to you, Ernest. This is VE3KKA.
VE3KKA, VA3EWV returning. Yeah, that's, this is not my main mode of communication, but it is a mode, and I'm trying to bring it to the masses, and just so you know, if anybody missed it, to get my EchoLink working, I know I might be repeating myself, but I want to get it out there. To get it working, the actual architect and the inventor of EchoLink actually helped me with a setting that made my EchoLink portion work. And with that excitement, someone said to me, "Oh, do you know who that was?" And I'm like, "The guy that helped me with my timing issue." They're like, "That's the guy that created EchoLink." So I invited him to our club net. It's going to be on the last Wednesday of the month. Our meetings start at 7, they end at 9, because we usually even leave it about an hour for the speaker. That's at the last hour of the thing. We do hybrid, so we have Zoom and stuff like that. So everybody that's here today and everybody on my websites, I will be inviting to the Zoom there, so they can be a part of that. Thank you so much for your support, Kim, over the time that we've known each other. Seems like yesterday. Thank you so much. Anybody else, please come on in. Okay, with that,
Just wondering how you making it with that radio that you're looking at buying.
Yeah, Devin, and all on that, I have been fundraising myself to purchase me Yaesu radio there. I do want an ICOM. I love the ICOM better. I just want to put that out there. But we don't have any D-Star repeaters in our area, but we have 5 Yaesu Fusion repeaters in the area, and this is my forever home, so I've decided to, unfortunately, go with the Yaesu. Don't everybody throw rocks at the same time. But yeah, I had a goal of $1,600. I've raised all but about $400. My wife and I have been making shirts. She has like a little sublimation machine and stuff like that, Sassy Designs. So we've been making stuff like that. I'm not trying to promote anything like that because with the rules and regulations, you can't peddle stuff. I'm just letting everybody know since he asked. I'm about $300 away from my goal. I even got some presents from some listeners here for Easter and boosted my goal up. Anyway, all that stuff is on my website, and you guys can go look at that. Thank you, Devin. Anyone else? We are about 2 minutes over. We'll give one last shout out. And then if you guys care to, you don't have to come tomorrow. I will be here tomorrow for the people that couldn't come today. And then next week we'll do it all over again. Last call. Please come now. Uh-oh. Okay, with that, I really appreciate everybody coming in. Have a good night and the rest of your week. Victor Echo 1, Delta X-Ray Whiskey Devin. Rebecca, Kimberly, VA3KKA, have a good rest of your week. VA3HRO, W9GAE, VY1MGS, and Victor Echo 3 MVE, and all the rest of the people that joined us tonight. Have a great day and a great rest of your weekend. If you want to stop by tomorrow night, I'll be saying the same script, but it's going to be good to have you. If not, I'll catch you guys next week. Victor Alpha 3, happy as a clam. Echo Whiskey Victor, can't wait to see you again. We're 7-3 clear.
Have a good one, everybody. DSW clear.
Now that was fun. If I could tell you that was fun, that was fun. That was great. Thank you guys out there. Dan, we'll see you on EchoLink and stuff like that too. Thank you guys very much, and don't forget to disconnect, okay? You have to disconnect. But this is the most work that my little EchoLink note got. All right, Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor. Now I'm going to go eat my supper. Y'all have a great night. 7-3.